Hold it. I'm coming in. Here I am. Hold it. Hold it. Bobby Cardenas coming at you Sunday morning, June 14th, from the beautiful Antelope Valley, Lancaster, California. Why am I looking that way as though I'm trying to figure out where the hell I live? What's up with that? All right. When I last left you, Friday evening, I had just finished watching our ladies, unfortunately, draw 0-0 to Sweden. And I told you at the time I was watching, finishing watching the Switzerland-Ecuador game. Could have skipped it. Switzerland annihilated them 10-1. Poor Ecuador. Then the other game I was waiting to watch, Japan beat Cameroon 2-1. Okay, so now yesterday we had some really good games and some interesting outcomes. Very interesting outcomes. Brazil beat Spain 1-0. Korea and Costa Rica, South Korea and Costa Rica tied 2-2. England beat Mexico 2-1. And France were beaten by Colombia 2-0. To tell you the significance of that game, in the world FIFA rankings of the ladies teams, national teams, France is third. Germany is 1. USA is 2nd. France is 3rd. You want to know where Colombia is ranked? 28th. Ooh, what a game. Now, did have some controversy. Okay. Colombia went up 1-0. Perfectly fine goal. In fact, their second goal was great too. What happened in between the goals? That's controversial. Fouls. Something that most certainly should have been a penalty, PK, called for France against Colombia. Because there was a play with a French player at the top of the edge, the top of the area, inside the area, a bunch of bodies. The ball bounces up in the air. She's going to try to head it while there's a Colombian player in front of her. So she's facing this way. The Colombian player is sort of like this, right next to her. The referee's back there, so their backs and sides are to her. And the assistant referee is obviously over there. But the assistant referee is also having to look at the second to last defender. So her head is probably doing this. She's positioning herself, she's looking, right? So at the split second that this occurred, there may not have been any eyes on it. And this is what happened. As the ball's coming down, the Colombian player smacks it with the underside of her hand, like trying to push it out of the way of the oncoming French player. But what happened is at the exact moment she does this and the French player is putting her head down, it smacked off her head and then just continued. So it could have appeared that she actually headed it. Of course, she comes down, everybody's screaming and whatnot. In replay, we see what happened. Well, the referees don't have the benefit of replay. So Mr. Dr. Joe Maciek, who later on commentates and everybody else is screaming and have their up in an uproar, saying that, that it should have been a red card, it should have been this, and it should have been called, and if we had an extra set of eyes on the goal like they have the 5-3. No, let me tell you something. There are certain occasions when it doesn't matter how many eyes are there. For various reasons, positioning of players, how fast a play occurs, what has occurred, from what angle one ref is watching it, from what angle the other ref is watching it. When there are bodies in the way and several bodies, you can't always see everything. So that is why I vouch for instant replay on certain occasions that impact the game in a goal not being awarded or a goal being awarded unfairly. So a PK not being awarded unfairly or a PK being awarded unfairly. Offsides when a goal has just been scored unfairly or fairly. Those are the key elements of a game where I think they have to develop a sort of replay system. And I'm still thinking about how you really do that without trying to slow down the game quick enough. You have another ref up in a booth with cameras and instant replay, and you buzz the center ref on the. Who knows? We have to come up with a system, but that's the way to do it. I'm telling you. Human nature, we make mistakes. Technology can help us sometimes. Okay, real quickly, some of the other scores and stuff that happened. Euro qualifiers from Friday, actually, too. Italy and Croatia tied 1-1. Turkey beat Kazakhstan 1-0. In the Copa America, Mexico and Bolivia tied 0-0. Yesterday's qualifiers, Portugal came back to beat Armenia 3-2. In Armenia had gone up 1-0, but then Ronaldo scored a hat trick. A PK, then a brilliant kick, goal toe tapping because the defender and the goalkeeper fell asleep with each other, and then a blast. So they won 3-2. I still have to watch Republic of Ireland play the Scotland game from yesterday, Gibraltar versus Germany. Copa America, Uruguay beats Jamaica 1-0. And Argentina were drawn by Paraguay 2-2. Argentina had gone up 2-0. It was a good game, real good game, man. And unfortunately, the Columbus Crew Galaxy game, I was set to record, but they had problems, rain, lightning, who knows. And if the game recorded, it still wouldn't record the whole game, so I'm not even bothered watching. I'm going to go try to see it later. And right now I'm watching Slovenia versus England, and later I have to watch Belarus, Spain, Colombia, Venezuela in the Copa America, and Brazil, Peru in the Copa America. The Belarus, Spain, and Slovenia, England game are Euro qualifiers. Very important for next year's European Championships. Okay, that's it. I'll come back later today or tomorrow morning. It's freaking hot. I got to get out of this. My garage is hot. I got to open it up. I need air conditioning in my studio. That always helps to cool me off. Oy, oy, oh. Maybe you shouldn't be watching this. Say no to racism and go USA. See you soon.